Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Minecraft Middle-earth. Oh my goodness, it has been a long time since we've been here, and a lot has been built. A lot has changed, but it's all exactly as cool as you remember it. And now we're going to see some new things. I don't know what we're going to see, but I'm hoping third book slash third movie things. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Guys, what are we doing?
Well,
Hi.
we're
Hi. How's it
standing
going?
right here. Hi, my name is Guido. I'll be doing the major part of this tour. Right at this moment, we are standing on the beacon hill, where the beacon behind you, if you look, it's lit. Gondor is calling for aid, and that's because we are working on Gondor at this moment, and we'll be showing a big part of it, what we've done so far. So if you would follow me down this little stony rocky path. I think I've kind of lost you. Oh, there you are.
You didn't lose me. I'm following the path that
Ah,
was in the movies. I guess I don't remember. I remember Aragorn doing some things, and I remember the music doing some things inside of me, and I was like, "Yay, Gondor!"
we're actually once we hit the road down there, we'll be entering the Pelennor fields.
The beautiful clan Pelennor Fields.
As you remember, the Pelennor fields in the movies, they were like a desert waste, a bit of a wasteland, but in the books it was described as the fields full of crops and farmland. So this is how we created it as well.
Oh, so
We're
in
just
the movies, you're referring to the part where it was like, they were riding out, and it was sort of just nasty and
yeah.
like
Yeah,
ground. It was just
it's like
ground, is what it was.
the brown grounds in front of the Minas Tirith.
Yeah, it didn't really.
Like
That didn't really
it's
make any
pretty
sense to me.
desolate
I'll
and
be
nothing was
honest.
really happening.
Yeah, one of the questions I had was while watching that movie is like, where do the people live exactly? That was my. But you've explained it perfectly by saying that, in the books it's a little bit different.
It's a little bit different indeed, yeah.
It's a little bit
kinda lost
nicer,
you where you
really.
are.
Less filled with orcs, less filled with big siege machines and massive,
There.
big, wolf-headed, crazy things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's always cool to see a giant army standing there.
I prefer trees.
So when we're walking along this path, um, we'll be heading up to a city that's probably well known to a lot of you. It's been in the movies, and it was one of the first things people asked if we build it, and we finally got around to building it. And I won't spoil it any longer. It's Minas Tirith.
Oh, all right. I thought I was hoping
Yeah.
it was gonna be something really douchey, like it's Jim John's farmhouse, the one that everyone wanted.
Oh, that's to your left.
It's King's Landing.
It's to your left.
It's King's Landing.
Oh, you set your render this.
Okay, my render distance is really far, and I just see the walls right now. Hold on. How long did this take to make?
This took around 4 months for us to build, and it was probably the biggest project we did so far, alongside Moria. Moria still remains our biggest project.
I can imagine. Moria was really, really impressive. So this, I can't wait to see.
And the reason, by the way, we did the black in the walls was because it was described in the books to be the first ring was made out of the same material as the Isengard walls, or as the Tower of Orthanc. But we didn't like it completely black, so we put a little bit of white in there, just to make it recognizable. And just because we fancy the white stuff.
And it looks cool.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
The black stone is incredibly hard. In fact, it's so hard that when the Ents attacked Isengard, they were able to easily tear apart the normal stone walls encircling Isengard. But when they approached Orthanc and they tried to tear Orthanc down, they were only really damaging themselves with just a few flakes coming off at the bottom of the tower. They weren't able to do any damage at all, making it an incredibly good material to build strong walls out of.
And that's Jord. That's about the only reason we have him here today.
Yeah, he will
Man,
tell you.
man knows his stuff. Holy crap! This is intense. This is intense. Things are loading in. I'm trying to get it all loaded in.
Oh yeah, it's pretty big to load it in all. But you should be able to get like a nice feeling of how huge this actually is.
Oh no, I am.
It's a pretty massive place.
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely getting that. Holy crap!
Should have seen it when it was all made of wool.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful red pink.
Breast cancer awareness.
Yeah, as we move to the gate, we will go up
This
to
place
the,
is huge.
We will, yeah, it's actually pretty huge. We will move through the streets and we'll actually take a walk.
Hold on, I need to do the crazy person check. Hold on. Crazy people check. First floor, you've completely filled with actual things. Second floor has stuff in it.
Every single house you'll see has an interior.
Up. Yep. No. Crazy person check is.
Yeah, we.
It's official. You guys are freaking bonkers.
It gets worse.
We get to the point.
It will get a lot worse because, as you can see right now, we're at like Y level 3. This means if you dig down right now, you'll be straight on the bedrock. What this means is we built this city straight from the lowest point possible up to the height limit. And we actually wanted to make it bigger, but since Mojang limited the height limit to 265 blocks, if I'm not mistaken, or 56 even, sorry. We couldn't build it higher. Otherwise we would have built it higher. But as you can see, every single house here has interior, and it's all done by hand.
Huh. And every single thing has its own little purpose. You have the different crafters and oh my.
Yeah, we get to the point where even places that are going to be ruined after we build them, like we build a lot of them with actual furniture inside each house, and then we just ruin it.
I think that's what we saw when we were in the north last time. Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Like the way we ruin or build, like for structures or cities as well as Gilead, which has been under siege for a very long time, we build it up to its prime state, and afterwards we go over it with a bunch of griefers, and so it gets destroyed, and it looks like it's been ruined for decades.
This is so crazy. This is ginormous.
It is.
And
it
is
is
the first
really
level.
big.
Yeah,
This is just the first level. We're slowly approaching the ramp to the second level. And on the second level, we not only have interiors of every single house, but most of the houses are connected to an underground basement. And we actually have a sewer system going up from the 7th level of Minas Tirith all the way down to the second level. We wish we could have done it under the first level as well, but due to the height limitations I was talking about earlier, we can't. But there is really an aqueduct system going through the entire city, with fresh water and sewer water and lots and lots of cellars.
I see the lake over here.
Yeah,
this
is the lake
lakefront property back here. That's pretty great. Oh, and you actually have legit fields outside. Oh, you guys do too much. You do too much. you need to stop doing this. What about your families? Also down here, this is pretty great. Do they ever see you? Do your families ever see you anymore?
Oh, many marriages have split up due to this place. It's horrible.
We are
going there. Where's Dad gone? I have no idea.
Several lawsuits.
We think it's a worthy sacrifice.
Pottery and ceramics. An antique shop. The Tainted Tea House.
This is like the busiest shopping street of Minas Tirith.
This
Shops
is
on either side.
great. This is alright. Seriously? This is the coolest. There's a well.
Yeah,
I'd get lost in here. Are you kidding me?
Bear in mind, we're taking the fastest route possible to get up there.
Well,
yeah.
Well,
it can become quite a maze.
I'm going through the cave here.
I'm gonna go to the caves.
Where's the rocky music?
An inn? What is?
It's a house.
Welcome to the
People live
cave-in.
inside, I guess.
There's
It's
the
like more
glittering
like
caves?
the slums of Minas Tirith.
I like all the
Flying up or
ballista
flying
and
to the gate of the 3rd level.
catapults and things. It's great.
Yep.
And they actually look like the things they're supposed to be. Unlike when I make a catapult and it's like 2 sticks. Like these actually look like they have weight to them.
Designs this year.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, you'll notice like all of the beautiful textures that we have made by some of our wonderful contributors. However, like we always really value the artistic work we get from users, and I know that going forward now we've got a lot of new places to build, and it's really great when we've got people lending their texturing services or their graphic design work, and it's something we always look towards and encourage people to participate in.
Ooh, what's in this house?
Climbing.
Ooh, I'm sneaking in, stealing their bales of hay, I guess. I don't know. What is this
We got
place?
some bales of hay laying around. All the horses to feed.
I love that everything has a purpose. That's wonderful. You didn't just
Everything
build.
will
You
have
didn't just
purpose.
build buildings and then be like, it's beautiful from the outside. That's what matters. You went full crazy
Yeah.
person and decided like every house has a family and a story.
We try to make like
Every
the
house will
cities
have a
pretty
story
busy
indeed.
and stuff.
Yeah, actually, when I tell people to ruin houses, I try to give them a story as well, like how were they ruined, what could have happened, and so on and so on. So you can see that sometimes in the ruins in Osgiliath.
Yeah, not to mention
it
like
will
the
reflect on
physics of
building.
it and stuff. Yeah.
How detailed do you get? Like,
Poor little Timmy died in this building today.
So, what I was saying, we're actually going on the 4th level right now. If we keep heading up, then we're gonna enter the 5th level, and that is where the important buildings are going to start to be, like the House of Healing, which you've been seeing in the movies as well. And of course, the Citadel on the 7th level.
Ooh, look at this. Huh.
Yep, this is the White Tree of Gondor.
This is incredible. Hold on. We need to reenact a scene. I just want to be like, my friends, you bow to no one.
And then we all crouch.
Yeah, don't crouch. No. Stop crouching.
And then we all bow.
I just said you bow to no one. 0 crouching. Hold on. Where's my rock daughter? Wait, look, whatever her name is. Rock daughter. Get over here. All right.
That's you, Ruben.
What?
See, look at you. You guys did great. This is fantastic. See, I don't know where that scene took place, so I'm gonna assume it took place. I think
Somewhere
at the
around here,
time
dude.
Aragorn was standing on a bush, and a bunch of hobbits were before him, like Nyan Hobbit and Pimp Hobbit, and I assume Daft Hobbit and Cat Hobbit and Joker Hobbit, and they're all like, oh, we'll kneel before the king, and he's like, my friends, you bow to no one. And then I bow to you, right? Like that. Like, I'm bowing to you. And then the music swells, and we have I think we have 4 more endings to go through. And then we get there.
So, yeah.
See? Perfect. Can we go inside?
Yeah, sure. This Citadel was actually part of a contest. We run regularly contests on our build server, and this was won by a team of builders.
Wasn't that something you did with Rohan as well?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, we also did it with Rohan with Medisilt, like the big building in Eredos.
Let's jump off of the top floor when we're done this, because, you know.
Should we go
Yeah,
see
we're
the
gonna do a
tombs?
Denethor. That sounds
Good.
amazing.
Wait, am I on fire right
If you
now? Like,
remember Denethor-
I'm on fire! Ah,
Somebody get the man some fire.
I'm on fire! My sons
son
are
of a
all
bitch.
dead! That's what I get for having Sean Bean as a son! Ah! Why didn't I see that coming? I'm still on fire, apparently! Ah, get me! Wow, he
it's-
had to run. He had to run a long ass
pretty
way.
long walk.
Oh, now I'm on
Well,
fire.
he had to go
Ah!
around as well.
Ah, what is it? F5? What? There we go. Ah!
Yeah.
What? Oh, I don't have my skin on. Whatever. Set me on fire. Ah! Ah! All I wanted to do was be a good ruler. Damn hobbits!
Long walk, yeah.
Ah! 25 minutes later of him running. How the hell? That guy.
Yeah.
I would have fallen
Yeah.
over a while. Ah! Hold on, wait, and fire. Ah! Fire! And impaled. Oh, we were close. Are we going out into the field?
Alright, let's walk back into the field, and we'll be heading up to another city we've been building. The next city isn't quite yet done yet, but because
done
it's
enough.
in its pristine state and it's currently being ruined as well. We're
So
going to
what
walk
you're
to
saying is
Osgiliath.
it's under attack.
It's under attack.
Yeah,
indeed.
yeah, of course.
MC and me, we like to consider ourselves as professional griefers, so.
And just to give you an idea, like now that we're leaving Minas Tirith, I think we've managed to cover, I don't know, Creed, what would you say, a good 5% of everything there is to see in there? I mean, it's pretty extensive.
It's a huge place, and like as I said, like every single house on from the second floor and the second level and the third and the fourth all have like a little cellar, and there's bathing houses underground, and there's a lot of stuff to see.
I love just going up high and seeing the ridiculous amount of detail, like, so this is where we plant this crop, and over here is where this crop is, and it's in this field, and then we did it. I reaffirm what I said earlier. You're crazy. You're obviously crazy. And
I mean, like,
I couldn't love you
We're very
more.
passionate about our stuff.
I couldn't love you more for being an insane person. Insane person.
I mean, like, on that crazy note, most of the stuff that you have seen before in your previous videos, we've kind of redone because we completely redid the whole map. So short of Bree, which is pretty much the only thing that hasn't been redone, everything's been redone.
Crazy
Bree's
people.
been
We
redone
did
about
the
8
Shire
times, and not
again.
even joking.
Including others.
And we're not joking there. We have redone all of the Shire and all
Again?
of
Like,
yeah.
last time you were here, you were surprised that we had redone it? Well, yeah.
This time we redid it again.
Yeah. However, I mean, obviously...
We actually recreated the entire world map, including all parts of Mordor and also the parts of the Hobbit. But most of it is just general terrain. We haven't actually built on everything yet because we haven't got that much time left. I mean,
Okay,
I mean
so
it's a whole lot of work.
this is cool. I like seeing the dynamic between the two.
Yeah, this is Osgiliath.
Yes. So you can
It is
see. I mean, clearly the orcs haven't crossed the river yet.
Well,
Nope.
in some
parts
places,
they have, but
we've started that procedure.
Also,
and
the
it's
famed
painful.
floating island off the coast. Bet you didn't know about that. It's in the books. Read it, kids.
Oh, so you'll have to excuse the floating red wool in some of the buildings here. As I was mentioning,
Is that to mark? I
it's-
was gonna say, is that to mark which ones have been destroyed or need to be destroyed?
I think
Yeah.
it would be need to be, or I'm not sure.
They've been destroyed.
these are the ones that have been destroyed and have to be checked up afterwards if they're destroyed good enough.
Yeah, no, I like the little quality control there. That's what I was saying. I like you were talking about how you build everything before, and then you go through and destroy. So you can see one side is really pristine and beautiful looking, and then the other side is just a freaking mess, and that's really cool.
Exactly. But this city isn't only ruined by time; it's also ruined under siege. And at the time where the server is currently on, we made the server at on the
Bill's
time
birthday.
note that Bilbo's birthday. Gondor had control over Osgiliath, so you won't be finding any orcs in Osgiliath at this time, I'm afraid.
Not many people know it, but Osgiliath was originally the capital of Gondor when the Elendili, which were the good guys that came over from Numenor, the Isildur and Anarion settled 2 cities plus this one. The 2 cities they settled were Minas Tirith and Minas Morgul, which were at the time were Minas Anor and Minas Ithil respectively. But they ruled over Osgiliath as the capital of their realm together, and Osgiliath remained as the capital of the entire realm until the Kinstrife, which was a massive civil war. And in that, the city was so wrecked, the Gondorians just said, no, we're done with this, moving to Minas Tirith. Because Minas Ithil had already been wrecked by Mordor.
That's a man who
Osgiliath
knows
changed
what's
that.
up.
George.
No way, I love it. I love it.
Calm down. Get back in your
Dude.
cage.
I'm just getting started.
As you can see, there's a lot
He's
of lore
great
behind
with the
everything
ladies,
we
by the
built.
way.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
He picks up ladies with that all the time.
So what is this? Where did this go? Just gonna follow it. I'm just gonna follow where this goes.
Oh yeah, this is the bridge that will be leading up to the Dome of the Stars, which is kind of the most interesting build in.
You're now
Spirit, if I
crossing
may say
into
so.
the other half of the city.
Yeah, we're basically crossing over the Anduin, like the biggest river in Middle Earth. And this is the Dome of the Stars, which was also part of
up. Can I just tell you something really quick?
Sure.
I'm gonna go back over here, and so everyone sees that bridge, that big bridge right there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was under the assumption that that big bridge was this little bridge over here, and that this was the river you created, and that these are the two parts of the city. In fact, that is not it at all. This is just some little podunk bridge in the middle of nowhere, and that's the big bridge, in which case, that's awesome, and I'm an idiot, so...
Yeah. One other thing to note is that when you get to the big, like the dome, that you were seeing, the Dome of the Stars, that was also a contest that we did. And so we selected this one out of about, I don't know, was there probably like 20 submissions or something? So
yeah, at least 20 submissions, yeah.
the amount of builds that we have that unfortunately don't even get to see the final the final product. It's a shame, but you know what, we get to use we get to use that kind of stuff in other
city's
places.
Huge. This is a giant ass city. Oh my god.
Yeah, this is probably the biggest city in size-wise that we have currently on our server.
And you're just gonna destroy
it's
all
really
of it?
Huge.
Yep.
We're probably just gonna destroy all of it. We got a copy though. It's saved.
It's a
somewhere,
shame.
deep
Because
in
that
a
big
vault.
dome, we have to put half of that dome in the river at some point, and I really don't want to do that.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
The Dome of the Stars is an incredibly important building. This
Here we go.
One of the Palantiri. The Palantirs are the in the movie you see Saruman with that black stone that he uses to talk to Sauron. It's one of those, and I think there were 7 in total, and the chieftain of them and the biggest one was held in this. And this particular stone was so large that a single man couldn't carry it. You needed multiple men to lift it and carry it. But it was unfortunately lost in the Anduin during the Kinstrife.
And just to give you some perspective, like the city that we're in, like Osgiliath, it's a big oval, and there's 4 quarters of it. And I think, as far as I'm aware, we've only been in 2 of the quarters of it, the northern parts. If you were to go, actually, we started off in one of the southern ones. But like, there's an entire other quarter of the city which I don't even know if we're gonna touch in this tour. But like, it's definitely something that, having been a big part in the actual construction of it, I haven't seen nearly enough of it yet.
Yeah, it's a huge city. It's made in oval shape, as you said, and it's worth exploring. There's a lot of detail goes into everything. Every little section is split up. The city is split up into a couple of sections, with military section, and you'll find a lot of barracks, and you'll find theaters as well here.
What is the reasoning behind that road? Which of the kings created that, and why? Go.
It was built by King Gondor II, and it was built for the specific reason of moving people from one place to another more easily than if they were to travel across the grass.
Innovative.
Here's the thing.
I'd believe him.
Obviously that was bullshit, but it was the kind of bullshit that I would believe because everything else you've said has been glorious. So what is this way? There's a forest?
Currently we're at Ithilien, where if you've watched the movies, where the big Mumakil got killed by the Rangers. elephant.
The Oliphant.
Thank you, George.
And we'll be visiting the secret ranger hideout.
It's the one with the waterfall, if you guys.
Yeah, you see that in the movies as well.
Yeah, where Gollum and Frodo are held.
What about Sam?
I'm just gonna,
No one ever
I'm just
thinks
gonna
of
TP
Sam.
you there, as Sam is always also there. We love Sam, but you always forget him. I'm just gonna TP you over there.
Okay.
This is the waterfall place where it was at night, so we're gonna make it night for a little second.
That waterfall place.
The waterfall.
Take
place.
it
Waterfall
no, I'm
place.
gonna make it a
That's
little
the
lighter.
name.
George, what it's called?
It has slipped my mind. I'm looking it up now.
I think it was called Henneth Anun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Yes, it
it's
is.
known to be the fairest waterfall in all of Ithilien. And the name means sunset window. So I made it sunset
Oh,
to add to them feels.
It's romantic.
Yeah.
So in the movies you will be seeing Gollum skipping over these rocks here in his pool while
yes,
Frodo was
beating up fish. He was so happy.
he was beating up fish. Yeah.
So juicy.
And it's
sweet.
kind of cool. You'll see there's a bunch of little caves and paths that kind of crisscross throughout the rocks around Henneth Anun. You can explore those as well. You figure the rangers use them to get the upper hand.
This is. Look, it's beautiful, but I can't even imagine
But what?
the time that went into this.
Yeah, there's a
This
lot
and
of time we went into this.
probably a couple minutes, an hour.
I was gonna say,
2 hours tops.
That majority was done
surprising.
quite intoxicated.
Snack time included.
Also, to give you an idea, almost all the trees that you see around you were built by players, and then we use a stencil list to paste them all in. So it's kind of cool when people walk through and see their tree here and there. So
Yeah, like most of the tree we use are handcrafted, and we got around 750 individual trees, and we copy them. Some of them we double copy them, but a lot of them are like handmade, and it's pretty amazing how much different people actually participated in this project. Next place we're gonna go visit is a place which had like a little spotlight in the movies, in the second movie, when the refugees from behind Helm's Deep got into a cave, and we just made the cave a little bit bigger.
And put it in the right spot.
So, George, if you wanna drop us some lore on this one.
This is the
Oh, we walked through.
Glittering Caves, which is also known as Aglarond. It was basically a huge, beautiful cave system that resided behind Helm's Deep, and in times of strife within the kingdom, all of the inhabitants would come to Helm's Deep, and the peasants and whatnot would come and hide in here. But during the War of the Ring, at the siege of Helm's Deep by Isengard, Gimli was driven back into here with several of the Rohirrim, and he found the place so beautiful that he made a deal with Legolas that after the War of the Ring, Legolas would come back to see the Glittering Caves with Gimli if Gimli went back to Fangorn with Legolas to see Fangorn. And in the end, Gimli actually settled his own dwarven mansion within the Glittering Caves, known as Aglarond, and he became the head of this. So he brought loads of Durin's folk over with him, and this became a flourishing dwarven city.
Yeah. So
Did you see
after
the reflections, by the way? Just making sure. Like, that's a
In the
pretty cool
water?
thing to
Yes,
see.
it's really cool.
Yeah.
It's a nice trick we learned.
Take a guess. How did we do it? Not telling you.
It's water, and you just mirrored the stuff that was above, below.
Yeah.
Run it.
Boom!
He already knew.
Boom, 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 boom. I know how to build because we stole that idea from you guys for our RPG.
I knew it.
Thieves.
Oh
Filthy
my God.
thieves.
Yeah, this cave system is pretty expensive. Like, this looks like it's the only room, but if we move up here, I don't know if you can see me flying up here, but you can walk
I can
all
see
the
your
way.
shadows.
Ooh.
Shadows in the night. Oh, I definitely see whatever this is. Yeah.
Like it's on the corner over here, and then it goes on and on. It's a pretty big cavern.
Wow. Yeah, no. In the movies, it was like a little cave in the back.
Yeah.
Everyone get in the cave in the back. This is a little bit different than that.
It actually goes under all of our mountains, all of the White Mountains.
Huh.
It's pretty expansive.
You know, it was said to be 22 Numenorian miles long. Fun fact of the day.
I don't know what that means.
It's a measurement that the Numenorians use. So
Well,
basically,
yeah, well, okay. Well,
22
how long is that?
miles.
How long is that in miles?
Miles.
Or kilometer
Probably the
miles?
exact same. The exact same.
Oh,
22
alright.
miles.
I mean, you really could have made up any number, and I would have been like, oh, that makes sense.
Yes, we have 558 glowstone blocks here. Times by 3 to the power of 10.
We haven't counted them, yeah. There's a lot of glowstone blocks.
And I would, of course, been like, yeah, no, that sounds right. That sounds right to me.
Multiplied by 0.
And right at the back of the cave system, you'll find the Smurfs. They were skipped out of the movie. It was a decision by Peter Jackson. I'm not sure I completely agree with it.
Peter Jackson's friends with Gargamel, so it makes sense.
Alright, and the next part that we're gonna visit is something that we've probably highlighted in the first video as well, but it has gone such drastic changes that it might be worth looking at again.
Okay.
So yeah, this goes back to the redoing everything idea. Yeah.
Yep. When we were redoing the map, the first thing we did was, after it was done, we started pasting in some of the locations that we redid the second time into the new map. Most of it included like the Shire and Bag End and Bree and all the little villages got implemented again.
Mm-hmm.
And along with that, we did a couple places that we thought we could do a little bit better. This is how we ended up with a new weather top, which is slightly bigger than the old one, just slightly.
Slightly.
Oh, I see it. I see it.
Oh yeah, and also if you take a look around at some parts on the server on the ground, you'll see we have footprints.
Oh, I do see that.
Yeah, basically that marks the path of the Fellowship. Like throughout it's being worked on right now, but it will eventually go through the entire map, and so you can actually start right from Bag End and follow the exact path of the Fellowship throughout their journeys.
Real cool.
Yeah, and we also have regular audiobook readings. We're sitting on the TeamSpeak channel and listen to the audiobook while we're actually visiting and walking on the same place as the books. So, which gives like a really nice atmosphere. It's really fun to do. Talking about the audiobook stuff, at the moment we have a summer event running where we do lots of interesting events, and this is the entire month of August. But I don't know when this video is gonna come out, but maybe you will be able to catch like the last weeks of it.
Closing ceremony, perhaps.
Maybe the closing ceremony.
First off, it's much bigger than what you had before. Second off,
It's a
people
lot bigger.
will probably love to come to that. I will do my damnedest to make it happen.
Can I stretch my lore cred?
Sure.
I mean, it's pretty
You've been
pretty
good.
flimsy. I mean, I don't know if you have it, but we'll take a listen to your crazy theories.
So, this is a old Honorian watchtower. It was also known as Amon's Sol, meaning Hill of the Wind. It housed another Palantir, just like the one I mentioned in Dome of the Stars, but it was much smaller, but it was still the most powerful Palantir in Arnor. And this particular building ended up as a massive area of disputes because there was another civil war in Arnor, just like there was in Gondor, and it was over who was the rightful king. And the entirety of Arnor split up into 3 realms, which were Arthedain, Cardolan, and Rudar, and this building lied right where the 3 kingdoms met. So there was often battles and whatnot over it, and eventually the entire building was destroyed by the forces of Angmar and Rudar combined, despite Cardolan and Arthedain's best efforts to defend it. And the Palantir that was here was taken to Fornost with another Palantir. And when when the king of Arnor, who was Arveleg at the time, Arvedwi, was fleeing on his ship in the Ice Bay of Thorkel with the 2 Palantirs, and he hit an iceberg and the ship sunk, and those 2 Palantirs were lost forever.
Yeah, we haven't found them yet, but we're looking for them now.
Send out thralls into the ocean every other day. None of them ever come back though.
We send people there. It's all the way up north. We actually have it on the map on the location on this map, but we tend not to visit it.
It's not
by the way, the black stones you see in the middle of Weathertop is presumably caused by Gandalf, who tried to scare away the Nazgûls that were attacking him on Weathertop. The next place we'll be visiting is a place that has been probably also in the movies, but only in the extended version. It's an old elven place. I'm just gonna TP you, Jesse, if you don't mind.
Okay, sure. I'm trying to figure out what the extended version had in it. It's been a while.
Yeah,
it's been a while.
It was a rune. It was in the first movie, and it is an elven rune. It's called Ostenethil. Ethil.
Was
if I can pronounce it right.
Good job.
What happened here in the first movie that I don't remember?
Anything? They made the rings here. They forged all the rings except for that really important one in the story. All the other ones were made here.
All the rings that were in Lord of the Rings were made here, yeah, except for the one
Ring of Power,
Yeah.
Isildur's Bane.
Well, I mean, where was this in the movie? Just in the intro?
In the movies, they basically, they like just ran over it, like it just appeared on the side in one of the images, I think.
Oh,
There's not much of it.
Yeah.
I think it was the scene where they were actually hiding from the birds. I'm not entirely sure though.
Are they on a mountain in that scene or something? Or
That was after, like, that was after Moria, actually, exactly after Moria, so no. Like, I remember that the scene for Resident Evil was when they just, like, ran around, like, right next to it. It's the scene where you just see them run the fields and stuff.
This big building over here was also part of a contest. This is the Great Forge where the rings were made. The 7 for the dwarves, the 3 for the elves, and then 9 for the men, if I'm not mistaken.
7 for the dwarves and their halls of stone, 9.
Good try.
3 for the elven kings under the sky, 7 for the dwarf lords and their halls of stone, 9 for mortal men doomed to die, and 1 for the dark lord on his dark throne in the lands of Mordor where the shadows lie. 1 ring to rule them all, 1 ring to find them, 1 ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them, or in black speech, Ashnaz Gdubatuluk, Ashnaz Gimbatul, Ashnaz
Okay,
we're gonna summon the dark lord here.
His mom is really worried about it.
Wow.
Would you like to say
Crazy.
that any faster?
That is amazing.
Yeah, we actually have people here who can actually speak Elvish. I don't know if Finrod is still on the channel.
I don't know what the rest of you guys are doing. He's stealing the show. Stealing the show. The show has been stolen. You're not getting it back. You're not getting it back.
There's one more place I wanna visit.
Okay.
Which is, this was actually under construction when I think the last video we made, but now it's finished, and it's also in this ruined state. It's called Fornost.
Oh yes. Okay.
It actually took 26 years to create Fornost on our server. We started. I think most of us weren't actually born when it was started, but you'll notice. Yeah, no, it's true.
We started.
Wasn't even out back
Your
then.
in utero skills are fantastic.
It was an
That's
incredible
what she
feat
said.
because Minecraft hadn't been released yet. We had to make it entirely out of Lego.
You did. And then you 3D printed it in a computer.
In Minecraft, yeah.
In Minecraft.
Isn't it amazing?
This is what we do for fun.
Once had friends.
We're all friends here.
That was the
We actually have a
fakest "we're all
timer.
friends here" I've ever heard.
Get out.
We're all
Get out,
friends
Lindsay.
here.
We all hate each other. Actually, we all hate each
So
other.
we were here
Sad to
before,
say
yes? This is just you updated it?
We finished it. I think when you were here, we had started it like a week prior to it or something. I'm not exactly. It's
yeah,
basically.
I'm not really sure when the I think the last video we sneak peeked it here.
Notice now there's like there's a bunch of different tiers to this place, and there's also, I don't know, what do you call the fortress keep thing at the top there, Creed? Just is it a castle or what?
Keep.
A keep.
The
There you
fortress
go.
keep.
Castle.
This is actually another
This is
important
now-
city.
This is probably one of the oldest builds that we have on this current map. Like, we've got a lot of builds here on this map, but most of them have been redone or were done before.
All right, so Lord nerd me out on this. What is the reasoning for this to be destroyed?
This was the capital of Arthedain, which is one of the 3 kingdoms I mentioned before. Before this was the capital of Arnor was a Numenas, and this is the city I mentioned before, where Arvedui fled with these Palantirs to try and get away. And this entire place was destroyed by the forces of Angmar in their siege, and this was basically the last stand for the Arnorians, and the Angmar was victorious, which was it was more or less run by Mordor. It was like a sub.
That's because they got a
sort
Witch
of thing.
King. You can't fight a Witch King.
Yeah.
That's the whole-
It's the Witch King,
point.
yeah.
That's the whole point of having a Witch King.
But fortunately, the next year, a bunch of elves and the Gondorians showed up and completely wrecked Angmar, and Angmar wasn't seen again. But the Witch King, who was the leader of Angmar, managed to escape and caused a load of issues later on that I'm sure everyone's very familiar with.
So my question for you is, all these giant cities, how come no one resettles them?
They do, actually. In the 4th Age, after Aragorn becomes king, he unites Gondor and Arnor into one empire, which it was actually never supposed to be done. There was specific laws put into place to make sure that that could never been done. But because there were no
Aragorn plays by his own rules, yeah.
because there were no more kings left in the kingdom at all, and Aragorn was heir to Isildur, but was a descendant from Arnor, he was able to unite the kingdoms as one. And he founded the reunited kingdom, and he rebuilt a load of the cities in Arnor and Gondor, and everyone lived happily ever after.
Until the
He just
5th
rewrote
Age,
the laws.
when what happened? What happened? Now's your chance to make up your own story. What happened in the 5th Age? Go.
In the 5th Age was the Hobbit Rebellion, and the Hobbits built a huge army, and they marched on the reunited kingdom. And they were so small, and they were so agile and short, the Arnorians couldn't swing at them, because they just ducked under the swing of the swords every time. And they were able to completely overwhelm the Gondorians, and the elves had gone by that time. The dwarves were completely screwed. They went into hiding. They just sealed all the doors in their mountains, and the hobbits became the rulers of the world. And from that point, they went on to build their massive hobbit ships, and they sailed all the way to Valinor, where they duelled with the gods themselves and won.
In the God of War style.
Here's the twist. Here's the twist that no one saw coming. The cloaked leader of the Hobbit Rebellion. Undead Frodo. Undead Frodo.
Oh my god.
Undead Frodo.
Let's
Boom.
go.
Forgot to mention the giant robots too.
Boom, he came
That's
back.
gold.
He came back from the west, and he was like, I've seen things, bros. Let's do this. Boom.
We should put a copyright on this,
just
because
need
I have
Peter
this
Jackson.
feeling that Peter Jackson's totally going to watch your video, and then you just 2 years time we'll be just like, oh my god, we should have copyrighted this and made millions. He's just going to steal it, he will.
Before this is all over, I think it's important that we tell you about our big festivities that are going on this month.
Okay.
Yeah, the summer event. Let's get talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah, if Lizzie wants to talk about that, I know she knows a ton about it.
Oh yeah, because I've just planned everything in like 20 docs. So, Two Tree Summer event. I've basically booked August from everyone's time and just kind of planned a bunch of things. We're doing opening ceremonies, an award ceremony, a closing ceremony.
For what? What's the purpose?
Just to celebrate a good summer. We've done a lot of building. People need a break, so we're having little mini games, a PvP server with like different walls games, etc. We have some fun games with obstacle courses. We have our very famous Great Law Tour, which will last 3 days, one Sunday of each week this month.
It's enough to actually kill Jord, I think.
Yep, and it's going to be a long but very unique experience for many users of our server.
As you said, we're crazy.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
you guys are nuts. You're nuts, so. Oh, that's a great view of the city. Holy crap, that might be the postcard right there. That's a postcard shot right there. Oh yeah. Oh, now it's it's decomposing. Goodbye, city.
There's actually one more place we can actually visit. It's a sneak peek of something we're working on.
Okay.
I don't even know what this is.
This is also a place that's very significant in the movies. There you go. There we are. This is the Pass of the Dead.
What?
Like, where when Aragorn went from the Rohirrim camp in Rohan to the mountains, to the pass, and came up on the other side in Gondor.
Oh, that's
with
cool.
the ghosts.
Yeah.
With the ghosts and stuff. And we've made it up in several sections. This is the section where the city is still ruined because there used to be a big city under the mountain where the mountain people dwelled.
Oh, that's nothing. That is a nothing.
And Despot is leading on this project, and he will be guiding us hopefully through to the next section, to the next big cave.
Despot is
where
the
we actually
closest
have
thing we
the
have
ghost. This is still heavily under construction, I must note. It's very dark as well.
Yeah, it is. Oh, that's so cool. I love it. I love that explains the goo at the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh,
I haven't seen this.
That is super cool.
This is the Pass of the Dead, the undead city.
So far.
Yeah. As you can see, so far it's still heavily under construction. There's gonna be a lot of additional houses here and there, and.
Oh, guys, I can't. This is a reason enough alone to come back. This is so cool.
You know what? If we had like hours upon hours more, we could show you so much more. But I guess that's just terrific reasoning for people to, I guess they're gonna have to join and
come check
look
it out
at
for
all of
themselves.
our...
Yep.
Exactly.
Agreed.
There is no whitelist anymore.
We're incredibly friendly. I mean,
we have no whitelist anymore. There's also only a little question section at the beginning where you join the server, and once you read our terms of service and our new player guide, you'll be able to pass through that.
Oh, this is so cool.
And ask all the questions.
I love the green goop. I think that's a fantastic design decision. That's really cool.
By the way, if you notice some of the gooey thing, it actually appears and kind of disappears.
Yep, I'm looking at it right now.
Fades away.
Yeah, they're animated blocks, and we made them to reappear and disappear.
Yep, watching them happen
make
right
even
now.
more ghosty effect. Yeah, it's
that
awesome.
is too cool.
So this is the latest project we're actually working on right now, as well as of course Gilead. We're still on the work on ruining it. And when people join the server, they'll be able to help out on both Pass of the Dead and Gilead and all the other cool places we're looking forward to build. Alright, well, thank you for visiting in Minecraft Middle Earth. We hope you liked it, and if you want to see more of the server, you should actually go to our website, www.mcmiddleearth.com. We got our own YouTube channel as well, which will be linked in the video, and also the website will be linked in the video as well as our Facebook page. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you soon on the server.
It was wonderful. You guys are the best. Literally the best. You should definitely go there, check it out in real life, and see all the cool things that I didn't show you this time, and see what changes they made from things I've shown you in the past. Anyway, guys, that's it. Who knows what fun, exciting things we'll see in the future. Hopefully something lava-based. And big, giant Mordorian citadels of darkness. That's all I'm saying.
We can dream.
I'm not naming things. I'm just saying that that's what I'd like to see next. Once again, an incredible thank you goes out to the Minecraft Middle Earth team. They are just insane people. They're the best. I've never seen anything like it. I am continually impressed, and I hope you are just as much. I am so eager to see what they do with Mordor. You guys, it's going to be fantastic. Almost as fantastic as the year of 1,000,000 subs! Be sure to subscribe and thumbs up and all that stuff. And as always, to be continued.